Hello, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Let's get my face on the screen and then we can get cracking on. Little Sinker, thank you very much for the raid, my man. Appreciate ya. I always got to remember that the camera is more of a manual process than the automatic one it should be. But hey, we're here about 10 FPS. Okay, we're back at 60. Els, welcome, my boy. Good to see you. Nabil, how are you doing, my man? Honestly, bro, for me, one of those days, innit? One of those days, man. Little Sinker, how are you doing, my man? Good to see you again. Let's get cracking on. First things first, I am going to... Screen has been really getting to me recently. Okay, there we go. The audio isn't working for a sec. Right, I downloaded a root annotation add-on. I guess I'll call it an add-on for sand patch grades. I'm gonna quickly get that installed just so I don't forget. They still don't have the original SD40 showing. Ah. Oh no, it's there. About time they brought that thing back, man. It disappeared for so long. Right, anyway. Spawn there with anything. Just spawn. Just to get onto the route. What were you streaming today, Little Sinker? I don't know how people check, you know. Like, do you check on, like, the main Twitch website? Because whenever I raid people, they'll be like, oh, you were playing this and you were playing that. And I'm like, yo, are you a wizard? How do you know that? Who told you? Oh, my God, this is loud. Oh, sand patch grade, man. Hey, what? Oh, what a route, man. Honestly. Like, actually, what a route, though. Legendary. Right, import. Annotations. Sand patch grade. Should be today. Yes. Open. Overwrite. Thank you. And that's it. Cool. Then now we can go back to our West Coast main line. Over Chaperon. Still stuck on a BMW, even though the thoughts are slowly fading. It was listed. It's September 3rd. Oh, wow. It's been around for a while then. No, what do they know of you so far for them to not have, like, for them to keep it away from you, basically? Give me 1 second. I've only gone and locked my my missus out the house. Right. There we go. Not much. Yeah, so I don't think it would be anything personal, bro. And you said that the guy was Arab anyway, so Els, Nabs is gonna pick up or potentially gonna pick up a whip today. We started out in trains, then went to some golf. Oh, golf with your friends. Man, I used to watch so much gameplay of that game and it always seemed so fun. West Coast mainline, please. You see when it says sort by recently played? Please sort it by recently played. So yes, Sandpatch grade, and then West Coast mainline over Shap, and then West Coast mainline south, and then here put the Cardiff route. Like what? Sort by recently played, but you're only putting the last played, and then the rest of them are just like randomly scattered. Why Frankenbarn is here, I don't know. Why Peninsula Corridor's here, I don't know. Why Birmingham to Crew is here, only God knows. God forbid something in this game is actually sensible, right? Ah, how bad would that be? That would be a disaster if the game is actually sensible. Jesus, right, run over. Nabil, you'd be shocked to find out how similar how similar of a situation I found myself in today. It's just that I've been quiet about it. But anyway, let's also move forward. Right, we've got our last 5-minute run. And 1 minute of that 5 minutes is waiting for 1 minute. What a game. You know what? This is a game. This is the game of all games, man. This is just the game of all games. It's great. It is great. Right, no. Desk light switch. That's what I wanted to do. You are off. And just release the brakes a bit. Headlights on. Cab light off. Okay, it was off already. Get the wipers going. Right, let's see if we derail on this one. I think there's about, with us being on a Just Trains route, I think there's a 70% chance we're going to derail. Oh, as a matter of fact, we're waiting for... What do we wait for 1 minute? It's not 1 minute, they can't count. Favorites, 4x. Speed things up a touch. You can see what our radio is playing the shout out. Oh! Nabil, can you shout out Little Sinker for me, please? That's actually a good reminder for me to do that. Okay. I assume we're going this way, yes. So let's do that. You're on mobile. Oh, well, apparently you can do it on mobile. Try it. Slash shout out and then little thing. Oh, you can't get it to work? Let me see if I can do it. Because Dan says that you can. You say we can't. There you go. So Dan was right. See, it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it for me, Little Sinker. It just says shout out is given to Little Sinker. And then at the very top it says join us in following Little Sinker. And that's it. Amazing energy, by the way. Why does it not show up in the preview? I don't know. I don't know. That's just Twitch. That's Twitch for you, man. I say this so often. Listen, like, all these, like, Twitch is owned by Amazon, right? You'd expect them to be on point. YouTube is owned by Google. You'd expect them to be on point. But it's a weird timeline we're living in. A real weird timeline that we're living in. It is what it is, honestly. It just is what it is. Right, I'm assuming, yeah, we just... Oh, wait, I was thinking that we, you know, hook up the loco to the little formation we got going on here. And then things end. But no, we're literally just driving somewhere. Here. And then that's it. That's going to be that. And then we make our way to... Cajon Pass. Cajon Pass. Which... initially... I'm down for. It's not like in its own right, it's not a bad DLC. However, it's a fairly long journey mode that I'm less excited for. We'll see though, we'll see. To be fair, it has been a very long time since I've done any US freight prior, or apart from the scenarios that I did for that DLC. I mean, so to a degree, you're fairly seasoned. How long has Twitch been about? Can I call you a veteran? Has Twitch been around long enough for me to call you a veteran? I don't know. But you've been around for a while. I'd be able to say the same as well, but I kind of just stopped. Like I was streaming, was it 2018? Yes. 2018-19. I was streaming then, and then I stopped. And then I came back to it in 2021, Nabil? 2021, I think. And then stopped. And then I came back in 2023, I think, or the end of 2022. So, I don't know. There's a lot of gaps. Oh my god. mate. These Just Trains routes, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Right? It's JT in TSW6, right? They've got the reputation. They've set the standard. They've set the precedent for DLC quality in this game, and yet somehow it's just I find myself experiencing issue after issue after issue after issue on their routes, and that's just the things that we've seen. Anyway, Cajon Pass. Give me something, man. Santa Fe all the way. Right, so I've done 6 so far. 6 out of 25. Whew. These are lengthy. But ultimately, yeah, look at this bollocks. I'm so sorry, yeah, but these 3 are basically one. This is basically one lengthy service. And then these 3 are also one lengthy service. So technically, in all of these, it's just 2 services, right? And then we come here, these 3 are one service, and these 3 are one service. So then again, we've only got realistically 2 services here. Then we come here. These 3 are one service. Oh no, sorry. These 5 are one service. So this is just one service. And then we come to the end, and then we've actually got 2 legit separate services. One way of bloating the timetable count, isn't it? The whole timetable is like that. So they can come and say, hey, we've got 6,955 services. But you don't. You just got 3 that you've split. Oh my god, I was downloading some ATS map mods today. Oh, you guys are going to love ATS. You guys are going to love the streams. Anyway, I was downloading some map mods today, and there was one that you could pay for. It's one of those ones. You can pay a small fee. It was £2 something, and you get all the files in one. Or for free, you download them separately. There were 4 that you download separately. I went for that option. Please tell me why one of the files was 30 megabytes. But wait, if you thought 30 megabytes was rather pointless and small for a file size, how about literally 1 megabyte? Is for the sake of splitting it into 4, for the sake of trying to push me to spend £2 to purchase the one file, you're going to split it in such a way that results in one of the files being 1 megabyte, just to have it in 4 different files. Redonkulous. Hello ASR, good evening my man, how are you doing? It snowed today, a little bit, but it snowed. Thank you, Nabil. Oh, Nabil, that's why I said I'm only speaking on what we as a collective have seen. So, anyone can take what they want from that. To be fair, those services were made by JT, they're made by Skyhook for Nuclear Pack. It's not about the services, my man. It's about my experience on JT routes, be it whether I'm playing Skyhook's content or Just Trains content, because the issue persists between both. I didn't. Did I reply to your DM, Nabil? I think I did, right? Not too long ago. Oh no, I didn't. Your last one. Yeah, it's good to see hope, man. It's good to see hope. As much as it's delusional, it's good to see hope, man. It's okay. It's alright, Where's the master key here? Is there no master key to put in? Okay. Put her in forward. This got to be in freight. Let's see what we've got going on over here. Right, so you lot are on. That's good to see. You're on as well. Step light, gauge lights. I like my gauge lights on, Heat and air conditioner, that's okay. What have we got going on here, boss? Warning devices on, please. I don't know how legit they are, but, let me do my part. Yeah. You're all good. Yes. I think. I don't know. Looks good anyway. Checks out. There's one more thing that I need to turn on. What's banking com? Banking com on. Isn't there one more safety system that I need to turn on somewhere? Let me see. So if I do shift and enter, okay, that's what I've turned on already, and control and enter, nothing. Okay, so there really is just the one. Right. So release all our brakes and set our lights to medium. Right, this is the glitch. This is one of the glitchy bell. Oh no, this is not the one. There's one loco that has it has. Oh, it's quite the formation we have here. There's one loco where what's N1? There's one loco that it's meant to do the whole sequence for you, but you press it and it doesn't do anything for some time, and then randomly, maybe 30 seconds later, it starts making the sound. But by then you've already crossed the like you've already driven over the crossing that you were sounding your horn for. And then it would just turn off by itself sometimes. It was just a mess. And it's been like that since the release. And that was in TSW4, I think. That the issue first happened. Spirit of Steam reference in Simro is crazy. It is. It is. But you know what? If they're going to provide a better Steam experience as a railway sim, so be it, man. So be it. Let them dig away, you know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here, and I don't know what it is. I mean, if they just have the brakes are taking a while to release, is it? You know, what's going on here then, man? Banking com is on. Is it that I did something here in the wrong way? Wait. Oh, it was you, you little bastard. It was you. Right. Yes, should be in lead/dead. That should be the only thing that was holding us back. Oh, look at that. Black magic, we start rolling. Ah. It's almost like I was being a bit of a numpty. Well, we had started rolling, but then I think the forces of invisible powers pulled us back. Anywho, we're moving now. Let's see if we can maneuver this bad boy safe and soundly. I don't see the little sticker that I see on some other locos that talks about letting the throttle be on off, I think, for 10 seconds before applying the dynamic brakes. I'm gonna try and drive this bad boy properly. We'll start off with the dynamic brakes, and the dynamic brakes don't do much. We'll start adding some auto brakes. As we're adding the auto brakes, bail off on the independence every time we add a bit more. I kind of know my stuff. I was actually quite surprised at how well I did on these scenarios, because before these scenarios, oh lord, when was the last time I played US Freight? It would have been Jackson's Cajon Pass request, but those runs were simple. Huh. Keep giving thumbs up here, definitely. You know, it's a long formation. The loading screen appears. Yeah, you clocked that. It was for a brief second, but it was there. It was there. So I was like, okay, yeah, we've got a hell of a formation here. And you know what? Genuinely, boys, I would not mind doing it in one go. Like, I've got the time for it. Why they've split it? Okay, look, it's gonna help people who don't have 2.5 hours in one go, right? But that's why the save game is there. Is it the greatest thing in the world? No. Does it work all the time? No. But it is there. And it's there for that very purpose. Have they updated this DLC so the textures are not floating? There has been no update to this DLC as far as I can tell, my man. And I would happily bet £50 that no update for this will come this year. They're going to split the services but won't give you multiple save slots. I mean, yeah, it's like having a broken, window roller on your car. So then you just take off the whole door instead. Now, I hear it. They found a way around the save problem, but that's not what should be done. That's not how it's meant to be done. So it's yeah. The back of the train has just started going past this other train. Wow. Yes. These are see, this is what I like. Give me a challenge. Give me a proper bad boy challenge. And we've got some rain as well, just to spice things up a bit. And it's interesting because this is set in California, right? And it's June, and I've got the real weather mod. So this is like legit at some point in June in California. There was a bit of rain. '93. Yeah, I forgot. This was all back in like the '80s and '90s. 5th of June, 1996. Although it was 20 past midnight that they pulled the time from. I guess there's a limitation because of how old the information is. But nonetheless, on this date, regardless. Well, no, they got the weather from the 6th of June. Basically in the game tonight, if that makes sense. It's a bit of a kerfuffle. Anywho, 1993, let's go. Instead of fixing issue, they evade issue. Yeah. I can't give you like a specific example, but I'm pretty certain that's what they've always done. Not always done, but that's kind of like the path they usually take. Is it the path of least resistance? I don't know. Is it easier than just dealing with the issue head on? Yeah, I feel like that's basically every freight route ASR from Sandpatch down. I remember when I was playing through Sandpatch. Oh my days. The runs are all 2+ hours. So, when you're seeing out the distance to your destination starting to tick down quite promisingly, it's like, oh, at last, finally. And then it slowly increases and increases. And it does that about 5 or 6 times. Just a little bit ridiculous. A Rosa line as well is another one. That is bad for that. I want to get up to a decent speed and then do an outside camera and then really get a taste of how long this train actually is. This puts the one that we did in Train Sim Classic on Saturday to shame. Honestly, I'm happy to do it now. Clear the alerter. Let's run away here somewhere. I'm just going to have to remember to periodically reset the alerter. So the weather is actually at the correct time, but I think it shows you to see sand. Ah, okay. I'll take another look at it once we're back in the cab and try and make sense of it. So then, so that's why it was what, 8 hours ahead? Would that make sense? Ridiculous. but I love it. Oh, hello. I'm given priority. Right. So. Whoops. So the weather from. But wouldn't this technically also be UTC though? You just noted my bet, no problem, my man. I mean, what are the odds though? Oh, UTC is UK time. Oh, there you go, mate. XRP, if you don't start climbing again, I'm gonna castrate you. It's pissing me off. The other one needs to go up as well. Definitively not timer ono passing. What the hell is ono passing? Oh look, Union Pacific. You were signaling, man. Oh, it's where I am right now. Oh, is it on the... Was it on the map? Or did it show up at the bottom as an annotation? Jensen Hong said more than 150 times AI yesterday. I mean, considering that's all his company's interested in right now, kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Oh, the Go Via location. The whole RAM thing is not... there was something I heard briefly 2 weeks ago that perhaps the whole RAM thing isn't as bad as it seems. But the more I'm listening to people talk about it, the more it seems like it's not going anywhere. However, it was pointed out, and I think I hear the sentiment. Realistically, compared to the cost of life and inflation taking everything up, PCs are actually relatively, very key word there, relatively, quite cheap, even with the current situation. So, I mean, I guess there's that, you know? It's almost like the TVs. Well, it's not almost like the TV situation, but I guess it can be likened to the TV situation whereby TVs have just gotten cheaper and cheaper and cheaper when everything else has gone more and more and more expensive. I need to get my 365-inch TVs before that changes too. It's not a great time we're going into, boys. I mean, it's not a surprise anymore. Literally, from the very beginning, before the AI bubble was even an AI bubble, actually, NVIDIA had quite clearly put, like, gaming consumers second. They weren't treating their board partners right. Hence, EVGA just calling it quits out of nowhere. Like, they've very strongly been AI first for a minute. Hello, Mark. I've been watching but not chatting for like 10-25 minutes. You are good, my man. You are welcome, man. If you want to come and chill and literally just, you know, lurk away, you can do that, my man. If you want to get involved with the chat, you can do that also. No pressure at all. But I do appreciate you being around. Thank you, my man. The times that I see you, the times that I don't see you, it's appreciated. At least from a 2-hour presentation, to talk about gaming values, 15 minutes and not zero. And I have 2 hours of AI slot. I mean, my whole point is that they don't pretend. It's like they're not pretending, you know? They're not pretending. The money is so... Like, the money pot is so big and deep for AI. They don't care. They don't care. Intel were our hope, but their cards are now above MSRP. AMD, last time, the last release, they completely skipped over like gaming, like a high-end gaming card. They just didn't bother. So with the XTX cards, so was it 7900 XTX or something from like 2-3 years ago, is still the top AMD gaming card. So I don't really know what's going on over there, but surely they're also going to be affected by the RAM pricing. And so we're just cooked. The reality is we are just simply cooked. Every time they say AI, you take a shot. Yeah, 100% alcohol poisoning rate. Palantir and video. What do Palantir actually do? I think I may have heard it once or twice, but I've heard the name so much. I love how vehicles are just spawning and despawning right within view. I've heard the name so much and barely know what they actually do. If they even do anything at this point. Alright, is it still raining or not? I think it's a drizzle. It's drizzling. The alarm really feels like it does not take 30 seconds before it starts ringing again. They make AI tools for surveillance. They could spam your military. Ah, okay. Ah, good to invest in then. I see why so many have done so. Oil has spiked, gold has spiked, and anyway, silver and gold will continue. I've been out of the trading game for a while. Coming back tomorrow. So I've been quiet about it. But it has to be a good run this month. It has to be. Ethics and morals. Like, are you aware of the companies we're talking about here? We're talking about some ethics and morals. They'll just laugh at you, mate. You bring up those two words in a meeting, or to HR if you were an employee. You'd be made a mockery of, mate. Ethics and morals. I do wonder, you know, in the kind of world we're in right now, can you as a company survive having ethics and morals? Or forget surviving, can you prosper? Can you really be successful? And have your ethics and morals on point? I'm not super hopeful. I'm really not super hopeful about that. Controversies. I feel like that word held so much weight compared to now. There's been so many and so many companies having them. It's borderline the norm. You can definitely be moral and ethical and profitable. Then you ask why people hate on rich people. I mean, if I had a wealthy uncle that died and all his wealth went to me, I'd be rich, and I think my morals and ethics would still be pretty decent. It'd be great to get the BR 1440 for this game. The new route by Fuller is in a modern setting would also use it. I wonder why the route was not set in a more modern era. And why the BR 1440 was not included instead of using the already existing BR 425. I guess with it being his first route, it's easy to argue. I'm not saying this is the argument that I'm making, but just trying to think of a logical explanation or what might be used as an excuse. It's his first route. Maybe he took the easy way out. Although I was reading some posts on the forum earlier today, and I saw people talking about how any new loco now is like a premium thing. It's no longer like normal for a DLC to come out with a new logo or a completely new train. I'm not talking about a rebrand, a reskin, a refurbishment. I'm talking a completely brand new train. I'm not going to count the 140. It's a rehash of the 110. I'm talking something brand new. Something completely brand new. Two trains were the norm. That's how it started. Two completely brand new trains. And then it went down to one. And then we had Ludwigsbahn come out, which was the first route with none. And now it's almost like since that time, if we haven't had one new train, if we haven't had no new trains, then we just have, rebrands, rehashes, re-liveries of trains we already have. And in a way, it is fine. Like Simon will come and use excuse that and say, oh, like, it's good that we have so many layers because it makes routes busy and stuff. He's not wrong. And that's a valid point. But what would be better and what should be the case is, yes, have all those layers, but also introduce a brand new train. Saying that we have the layers isn't a good enough excuse. But let's be honest. Look at Frankenbahn. We are in a time where not even liveries can be made. We're here talking about brand new trains. Let's be a bit realistic. We're not even seeing liveries, just liveries. And we're here talking about where are the new trains. We're joking, man. We're joking here. We're not being serious. Morals and ethics are used by some ethically bad companies. For example, oil companies complaining about renewable energy projects. Affects on the environment negatively. Oh, I deafened myself. The UK has really fell off and just the projected cost of HS2 Phase 1 to build the entire Spanish high speeds. Listen, whether those costs are whether somebody's pockets are getting lined, I don't even care anymore. I actually just don't care anymore, I don't think, honestly. When I said that, what was that word? Controversies that used to hold some weight. It's because they weren't as rife as they are now. Like a bad thing would happen and the whole world would stop. You remember when BP had that massive oil leak in the sea and everyone was mad at them? When was the last time we saw a company receive that kind of level of backlash for something? Trump gets spoken about negatively when he does a mad thing, but then it's almost the norm now. I guess when the Evergreen ship got stuck, people had some stuff to say. Aside from that, man, it's just normal now. Like, there's nothing surprising to us anymore. There's nothing we haven't really heard anymore. Even though the boundaries just keep getting pushed and pushed. I know 4,392 gallons is plenty. However, theoretically speaking, what would happen if we were to just run out of diesel? Say we're stuck up a hill with wheel slip, and we just full throttle, wheels are slipping, train's not going anywhere, and we just hold that for about half an hour. The engine would turn off, right? Yes, but then that's my point. Well, what do you do then? You're just stranded. And this isn't free roam, where I was going to say free spawn. This isn't free roam where you can just spawn, you know, a couple other locos, hook everything up, banking come on, get cracking. You're cooked. You are simply done for. Also, shouldn't CFM be at 0 as opposed to 20? Isn't that the airflow meter? Like, what air is still flowing where? When Venezuela extract the oil. I guess so. I guess that's one way of doing it. What's the update on Maduro, by the way? Has there been anything said from the US side about what they're doing with him? It's always a little suspicious when things go quiet. Oh, there was a public statement yesterday. Okay, fair enough. I wonder how informative that was. I do like these liveries. I can't speak to the accuracy of them or, you know, the little itty bitty details, but just generally speaking, I like them. Has the rain like texture glitched, or has it actually stopped raining? No, it's coming back. Oh, from Maduro and his wife. They let them talk. And Delcy, the new Venezuelan president, basically said, please release Maduro, we're going to collaborate with Trump. Like, as Trump, why would you fall for that? Considering the power you have over them. It's like you're about to step on an ant and an ant's trying to bargain with you. Like, oh no, please, let's do this. I also see a major weakness when it comes to layering. The layers are not updated once the appropriate rolling stock is available later on, unless the route is revisited. I'm noticing this right now. Playing the R42 is being used for Talent 2 services. They could have retroactively used the Talent 2 from SK instead. The 422 is being used for Talent 2 services. Just the thought of that makes me sick. But again, that's nothing new though. They've literally, like you said, they've literally never done it except when they've gone back to revisit a route, which is usually because they have a big DLC coming for it and they want to make some money from it, and are going to update it, either update the timetable or update it to TOD4. It's a very like min-maxing type of business structure, right? Minimal work, absolutely minimal work, as little work as possible, and an attempt to gain as much profit as possible. Oh, Trump asked that. Yeah. Trump asked obviously to collaborate. You said that one yesterday, but Delcy's trying to negotiate as if he's got a leg to stand on. Is it that he's trying to act brave? Is it that, you know, he's got no more choices, knowing perhaps the corruption he was involved in? It's interesting. Basically, those would be yes, Mr. Trump. What do you do? Right, but you said that he said, please release Maduro, we're going to collaborate with Trump. So you're saying that he's not even trying to negotiate. He's accepted the situation. He's gone down on his knees, ready to do as Master Trump asks. But he's also trying to beg for a bit of bread, basically, and say, "Hey, can you please release our friend?" Talking of betraying Maduro, I only recently learned that El Chapo's wife got released after only serving like a year and a half in prison. And the whole time she denied knowing that El Chapo was a drug dealer. Really is that easy, huh? Just gotta lie a little bit. Just gotta lie a little bit. Be a bit patient. And the system swings in your favor. What I hope isn't the case with this DLC. Now, for each service, so even though it's part 1, part 2, part 3, if they're all the same weather, then fine. Or the same date. But if all of the different services are taking place on the same day, that's going to be very annoying. It's going to be the same weather every time. Although, if the effort that went into the trains is anything to go by, I probably should be expecting just that. If the 420 ever gets released, I suspect it'll be mid-quality. Oh yeah, yeah. I hope people aren't expecting it to be insane because of how long it's been in the oven for. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, let's be honest. Credit where credit's due. TSG have been solid, and I am expecting TSG quality. However, the quality will not reflect how long. The quality will not reflect how long it's been cooking for. So, yeah. You know what? I think I've changed my mind on something. You know how I've been saying the only way really to salvage TSW is to just start again on like its own engine. I'm gonna keep it real. As long as nothing changes behind the scenes, nothing will will cause the manifestation of the train sim we imagine, the train sim we desire and fantasize about. Will it help maybe alleviate some of the issues? Yes, but the same incompetency that allowed those issues to linger as they have will cause other issues to appear. They can create another one, their own engine. It will have problems that we don't have here. Same way we've got some problems here that we don't have in TSC. The pattern will just continue. I think I'm going to go back to my TSW4 mindset, where I expect the worst and accept that this is what the train sim is, and that's it. And if we get anything that's incredible, amazing, it will be a nice surprise, enjoyable, it will be fun. If we don't, then it's as I've expected it to be, and so I can't be disappointed. Not even going to mention the 232. It's better that way, bro. It's better that way. I always find it really interesting. If you're one of these people, please talk to me. But I find it interesting when I read in the forums about people who do these runs on Sherman Hill, Cajon Pass, just heavy US freight. And you know how sometimes like you can go up to like 60, 65 miles per hour going downhill. They won't. For the sake of like being afraid that the train will run away, they just stick to like 30. And I can't imagine how much longer that makes a single run. I've never had an issue taking a train downhill of this magnitude at 60, 65 miles per hour. You do everything from early. If you got to go hard on the brakes, go hard on the brakes. Set your dynamics, set your automatic, have everything in order, and you're good. Just manage things from early. Don't leave it too late. And I think I'm quite a noob as well. I'm definitely not. There are some real hardcore players. I'm not one of them. It would be interesting and I think quite fun as well though to have a play at some freight on here and then straight away go on to play some Run 8 and compare the experience. I think the only way we'll ever get a train sim the way we actually want and imagine it is to hope that a new group of people come along who genuinely want to build exactly that. Yes, that's basically what I was saying. Without saying it as simplistically as possible. Because if we look at the track records of the studio for the past decades, it's the same thing, and they're telling me it's continued on for decades and won't continue to go on. Nah, we're just being silly at that point. It's good. It's good to have hope, but let the hope be. Let the hope itself have a good foundation. I don't get all these go vias as well. I don't know. Maybe it's to do with the AI somehow. Just give me the final destination and let me go, man. Even Simra has actual road distances. I think, look, even in TSW, the objective marker is the only one that doesn't do rail distance. If I turn on the signal distance, if I turn on, what's the other one? There's signal and there's something else that tells you a distance. That are like track assets or track objects. They will give you the distance, the real distance. And for some reason, the most, or arguably the most important one, for some reason, after 8 years, they're still unable to work out how to get it to give us proper distances. That's ludicrous. Luda. And a group of people who don't intend to move into the professional sector. Oh, right, Simro Dig. Right, I finally got it. It took me a while. At this point, ASR, the new Half-Life 3 is CSW being fixed. People should have noticed when the former EA executive founded the company. I mean, that was a clue. That was a clue. But it's just a shame with all. Like ultimately, everyone that works there is their own person. Yes, they submit to a greater plan. Yes, but you're telling me after 20 years or so, we still haven't seen a change in the way things run. Like there hasn't been one great mind that's come and motivated people and changed the culture a little bit. Not one person has come to do that. Not one person somewhere in the team, somewhere along the chain, has been able to make a change. Are the DCG offices secretly just like a fenced pen with grass, and then sheep just come to eat and then go back? Just saw that they hosted a legit DLC giveaway for OMSI on the permanent sales store. That's interesting. I can see how it may be of benefit to somebody, because a lot of people are there not out of choice, you know. And if they could, maybe they wouldn't. So I hear it. M Gator, welcome on board. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? So I kind of do get it, Nabil. I kind of do get it. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. But nonetheless, it does seem like quite the joke in its own accord. Something new for sure, yeah. I also guess there's been no update with regards to the TSC content. No response to your email. Shock. Wow. No way, man. No way. If you are enjoying this stream, please do consider liking, following, subscribing, becoming a member, all of that good stuff. We have got a Discord, got our own little community where you will find a ton of things there. You'll find the upcoming schedule, important announcements, giveaway information, all different variants of topics. Interesting, non-interesting, exciting, non-exciting. Whatever you want to talk about, there's a place for you to discuss. I mean, I pressed the alerter. The game said that I pressed the alerter, so why didn't the alerter clear when I cleared it? Being a bit ridiculous, aren't we? At this point in the bill, I don't think you are going to get a response. Like it gets to a time when you kind of just have to accept that it is what it is. I could do some food. I'm hungry. I am hungry. Oh, is it? Ah. But if the process is still the same, if the form is still the same, nothing will change. Because I'm not going to tell them, yeah, I'm going to help everyone out and I'm going to do my part for the community too. Woo! No. You are not going to get that from me. You will not bribe me. Even as a lie, you're not going to get me to say that. I am coming there to be greedy and to collect. Yeah, might as well. You never know, I guess. They're acting as if like the FBI is onto them. Yeah, nah. That's not me, man. They can keep their private little community. That is not me. I guess if it really comes to it, you kind of do what you got to do, right? But at the same time, honestly, what I would do as like a middle finger to them would be get what I can get, download what I'll download, and then whatever I've got from them, I then upload that myself and say, hey, look, here's my part. I know it's been uploaded already, but this is all I can do. It's all I have. And then what are they gonna say? I'm not making an effort. I'm not helping. I'm not part of the community. They can't say none of that. I like this color wave as well, the blue and yellow. Wonder how long this formation is. Also, I know we're super heavy and everything, but 30 miles per hour, really? It's a hairpin, but it's not like super tight. Interesting to see so many empty wagons. I don't think I've ever seen these wagons empty. I almost want to question if they're bugged or not. Yeah, it does seem fairly realistic. Like they've dropped off all the others, and now they've got their last few to drop off. I like that. But I don't know if it's legit or not. I've never ever seen these empty. Not even just like sitting in sidings, for example. I need to stock on my noodles. I'm gonna buy some tomorrow. I haven't had them for months. Just have them on deck. I'd love to have the Boldak ones, like the black pot, the spicy one. I'll never forget what that did to my insides the first time I had it. But every time I've had it since then, it's been fine. I'm also quite curious to see what the first DLC of the year will be. I don't know if I'll count the Great Western remaster or not. But to be fair, I don't even know if, like, it's not sure that that's gonna be the first to come out. It should be, if we're being honest. It should be the first. I spammed it so much, it just got stuck and gave up. Just gave up on itself. I think I made quite a good decision to break up these journey mode streams. But this is a lot to sit through. I'm also still quite impressed and I guess surprised by the fact that our last request a route stream, in our last request a route stream, there were literally the exact amount of requests to coincide with the stream and how long it ran for. It was perfect. I'm also never, ever playing those BB announcements again. I don't think you could pay me, bro. I think those specific announcements are going to end up being the new Holiday Express, of which I've still not removed as a banned word. I wonder if we will go to the peak in this part 1 run. And then the rest of it will be downhill. Also, the reason I don't go to the next one from the end menu, like the next run, is because I just don't trust it. I don't trust it to actually give me the next run. And if it does, I don't trust it to tick it off as it should. I wonder how busy this timetable is. See, like this chain. Where are the physics on it, man? That was what the first ever TSW was about. Those little details, the pipes moving around. So you've got some movement here, although I don't know what's going on over here. Got these ones moving along, so there's some good stuff there. The chains are just stiff, just completely stiff. Can we see any sand? Of course not. Step lights should be off really, but they look cool. They look very cool. I'll turn them off once we go back inside. Yeah. For some time, I don't know whether it was during TSW 5 or 4, but all of these pipes were just all stiff. They just refused for some reason to add physics to them. Step lights. Where y'all at? There you go. They don't need to be on really. I'll do it before ASR tells me off for wasting energy. Els, what are you pondering on? How's work been going, bro? Right, so what are we saying about these yellows? Are they legit? Are they not? Should I be expecting to stop at some point? I don't know. Swear. Bruh. Quite literally, innit? That's a good pun. Now make sure you rest when you're on your rest days, man. It's important. Or are these yellows because we've got a red coming up that will clear based on us passing this instruction? I've seen the comeback of that. But we got rid of it in TSW2. Or was it TSW3, one of them? I believe it was TSW2 towards the end of it, where they stopped doing that rubbish. But as with so many bugs and issues, I'm sure something's brought it back that was ever meant to bring it back. Simrel, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. What day is that going to be? Also, it's going to be a Thursday. I might just play it on Friday instead. I might just end up playing it on Friday because is the update going to be smooth? You know? Is it going to break things? God knows. So it may be risky. it may be a very risky decision to play it on that day. Ah. Ah. Ah, you can't say. Can't say these days with Simro, man. Maybe once upon a time I would have agreed, but we've seen some things, man. Hey, Els is lit. Let's go. What do you mean every other day? Don't you work 4 days on, 4 days off? What are you doing? What are you doing, brother? Get yourself in trouble at work, you're done for. Simro has its own unique way of breaking ASR. Can't really compare it to CSW. However, it's not exactly, doesn't exactly get away scot-free either. Okay, got some stopping power. See, to me, this looks like the horizon looks like we're about to start going uphill. But apparently we're still going down. Not too bad. Okay, so technically this is the right one, but I don't trust it. I'd rather do it via the menu. It was an alcoholic, Lana, God forbid, man. Can't be speaking it over people. You blame your surroundings. What are your surroundings, Oz? Hey, you can't. No. Don't blame your surroundings, bro. Self-control is your responsibility. You may be influenced by your surroundings, but you decide whether you act upon those influences or not. Don't say that with such pride. What you doing? What you doing, bro? Right. There's gauge lights. There we go. They spelled gauge wrong. Yeah. No one's clocked it. Right, we had a bit of a break, or whatever you want to simulate. Now let's get cracking. The downhill descent begins. I think we get to 35, and I take the power off, put her in setup, and then when we get to maybe 45, start applying the dynamics, and then we go from there. That's the game plan. Oh snap. You know what, let me restart this real quick because this can cause problems. Should be the first thing I do. Especially as we've only just started, we're not going to lose that much time at all. Alright, turn that on. Freight, lead, release, forward, gauge lights on, step lights off, headlights medium, warning lights on. Let's go. All the brakes are off. What are we saying? Are we resetting tomorrow else, or are we resetting next week, or are we resetting in February? When's the reset happening? Yeah, we're picking up speed rather quickly. Gonna stick to the game plan though. I'm gonna leave it there for about 10 seconds. Then I'll put it in setup, leave it there for a little while until we need it. Okay, got 40 coming up. Okay, I think we need to leave it in setup for 10 seconds because it takes a while to kick in. Now the challenge begins. All that big talk I was giving, that was time for the test. We got this though, I'm confident. Sorry about the movement, trying to sort out my bloody mouse cable. The dynamic brakes on their own, to be honest, are quite impressive. Ah, my guy, that would be so sick. That would honestly be so sick. And literally just do what I said. Anything that you download, you then upload. Well, they can't say anything. You're going by their rules. You know it's cold in this room and I've got 2 PCs going. Windows closed. Fans not blowing. And I'm not complaining about being hot. Yeah, no, you actually have to preserve. Preservation is very important. Because as we can see, times are changing. I guess having to stop multiple times while going downhill is a good way to practice. Practice driving these trains. To be fair, it has been fairly busy. It hasn't been exactly one train after another, but it hasn't been a complete drought either. Hasn't been a reflection of our environment. I guess it's kind of cool that as well as deliveries, we got like a bunch of new wagons as well. But I think it was equally important that the locos themselves had received the updates they needed. Surprised no one's tended to that in a mod either. I guess it just showed maybe the general disinterest in this DLC. Which is just the nature of a game like TSW. That everyone's going to be interested in everything. Also, see on the map here, to our left right now, there's like what looks like some sort of, what would that be? Some sort of mini village? But where? Why did they like, oh no! Oh my god, really? I mean, fair enough, you can't see it from, you know, from the cab. But god damn. It's not... maybe just some road. Like you know how basic the road texture is in this game. At least that, you know. Anyway, like I said, it's not in cab view, right? So how many complaints can one really make? Right, am I being set up here or what? Because yes, there's no more downhill. But if I now get complacent, speed up, and then get caught out by an instant 2% descent, I'm cooked. There's also a big power line going above the tracks. What, in reality? Oh, is that what the dotted line is? Yeah, apparently there's an airport here, for example. Is it here? I mean, surely they've got an airport, right? Is this meant to be like a control tower? Okay, you got a runway here. Okay, cool. At least, yeah, cool. At least this is here. It'd be nice to at least have a plane, you know, a little Cessna somewhere. More. I highly doubt that, boss. Something tells me there is no mall right by a runway. by an active runway. Oh, here are the planes. This is probably the most effort I've seen in the environment in this DLC. Nice. I tend to just not look at the map myself. Something tells you you're speeding. Surely it couldn't have been the big, okay, not big, but the bold red numbers. Hello, Mr. Non-train man. How are you doing? You don't like forklifts, you don't like money. Sorry, you don't like work, you like money. Maybe you should be a stripper then. It's got nothing to do with forklifts. It's not really work. Oh, I've angered the adult industry. Cancel me. And you get good money from it. You don't foldy jiggle. Oh, then you're the perfect man. We can skip an interview. You start on Monday. We've been looking for a jiggly Irishman. How are you doing, Mr. Dan? You're drained. Well, if you follow my proposition, you're the one that will be doing the draining. How many tickets? Well, I mean, I can't blame me. You set me up, mate. You literally set me up. How many tickets did you go through today? Of your own? Because I know you didn't do anyone else's today. Oh, 3 or 4. Okay, so did you do others' tickets as well, or were they just very lengthy tickets? Go via Thorn. That's what ASR is in my site. Good. Good. Ah, yes. A classic. A classic work day. Well, there's usually about 1 or 2 of those tops during the week, so hopefully that's your one done. Looking forward to our Request the Route stream tomorrow. Don't forget, 11 AM GMT. Come with your request. Any DLC you would like to see played. Any train you'd like to see driven. If there's a DLC that you're considering yourself but you're not too sure whether it's worth your hard-earned mullah or not, feel free to put it forward and have a little preview of it. Doing that thing again where I'm looking at the map. I'm just intrigued I'm curious to see like what's around or what should be around. It is always interesting to see. You told your manager that you didn't do anything for them? Three stream streak. Let's go. I need to get like a... I need to get something. I think I need to just maybe add them to OBS and then... Or like download an app that I can control on my phone. I don't know, something with sound effects. There's been a few times where it's just called for some sort of sound effect and I've got nothing. Nabil, can you DM me on Discord? Just say stream sound effects and then I'll know. Then I can have a little look at what to do. Although, won't be anything I'm going to do tonight. Maybe tomorrow before the stream. Might have a bit of time. Thank you, bro. Okay, but you didn't actually mention not doing anything to them. I mean, yeah, that's enough, really. Like, ultimately, they're not yours anyway. So even if, like, he did ask specifically, I don't think you've done any wrongdoing. Okay, so where's the 45 come from? Don't do that to me. Missing speed changes are very annoying for me. Very annoying. How about we just don't do that? Now, where have we seen quite recently missing speed changes and speed assets, speed sign assets? Yeah, absolutely. No, it makes sense, Dan. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You can't pour from an empty cup. Cement. 60 kg cement. There's no way these bags weigh 60 kg, mate. Absolutely no way. They're not gonna fool me. About 30. Yeah, 30 is believable. 30 is believable. 60 though. Come on, mate. Oh, got a yellow. Still 5 miles away from where we need to come to a stop, so interested to see what this one's for. The rain ceased. They don't have an offset in apparently, just minimum, which turns them off. Really, Dad? What for? When would you have used it? I'm gonna stay on the brakes a bit, maybe until we get down to 30, just to make room for a potential red signal. Thursday? Wow, what's going on Thursday? Fair enough. So what? How do you know in advance whether like your days are how your days are gonna be? Doesn't it just depend on what tickets you pick out the hat? You know, maybe this is the Victorville signal. Let's go back up to 45. We'll bring the train to a stop even if we are somewhat caught off guard. I trust myself. Wouldn't that be a good thing though if everyone's going to be back tomorrow? Should technically be less work for you, right? Ooh, single track. Oh, right. I mean, hopefully there'll be pretty decent tickets to kind of help you move your day, get through the day quicker. Oh no, God forbid a man thinks. This cloud either looks like a rocket ship blasting away or like a Christmas tree. I mean, when you zoom in, it's less exciting, but from a distance it does. I don't remember the sequence. Long, short, long, short. There's the floating rocks. I'm just going to do one long sign of the horn and let the bell play. Having a sequence is ridiculous in itself. Oh, what's this? BNSF? Here? Oh no, UP. It looked very orange coming towards us just then. Shielding us away from the sun. Passengers run here. That'd be cool to see some passenger services, man. Where applicable. I really wouldn't be surprised if so many of these freight routes that we have in the game are actually so much more exciting than they initially seem. Hello, CP. I'm doing well, thank you, mate. How are you doing? Weak. Sandpatch grid, you go over switches. You say doof, 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 doof. Oh, it just in case you forget, it reminds you that you're in a big ass metal box. That might as well have just been silent. Give me the drama. Oh, you did a cab ride today. Cool. Did you get to record any videos or take any pictures? How did you manage to do so? Like, is it like simple to just be able to get into a cab in Portugal? You only took a picture. Snap it on the Discord, man. Let's have a look. You want me to go up to 45? I shall not. There's an emergency stop at a neutral section due to a safety system failure. Oh wow. See? Say in the UK someone was in the cab and they shouldn't have been because it's only people who are qualified and trained that are allowed. And then something like that happens. Oh, it's trouble. It's trouble. Everyone gets in trouble. Okay, the red signal is there. It is for our stop. Do I trust myself? Ha ha ha. No. That will save me from a lot of frustration. Pro track 20, please. Okay, we're good. We're good. You passed there. Was that near where the emergency brake happened? Only one track was operational. They were working on the tracks. Like to be 30 kilometers an hour. Makes sense. Horrible stop, by the way. It was further. Okay. Yeah. I probably lost my platinum on that last stop. The loading screen taking this long is already a bit concerning, considering it's only gonna take longer and longer the more mods I have. The F7. Is that gonna have the same issues that it had on Clinchfield? Is the F7 as well, right? Yeah. Man, Clintfield, a really good route. Just ruined by just an oversight. How it not having banking went under the radar. God knows. Nobody knows. Ridiculous that it's never been given the time to fix. The little that I've played it, I really enjoyed it though. Right, let's bring this baby home. Call it there. I think dim is enough, right? Dim is enough. There don't need to be any brighter than that. I think we're good to go now. Wasn't this rake of wagons right beside us when we stopped? Oh my god, Nabil, no. Bro, if you don't get it after taking this amount of time, that would be criminal. The driver was pretty chill and I remained silent on this whole journey for distracting him. Yeah, I didn't do that. I was chatting away. But then again, the train was automatic, so not like the driver had much to do. And I was doing the closing and opening doors, which was kind of cool. I believe we should still have some downhill sections to go. Like the whole thing is one ultimately climb or descent, depending on which way you look at it. Maybe a bit of a mix in between. Come on, man, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Fortunately, 45 miles per hour is not a speed that we're gonna derail at. But to have yet another speed change not on the radar, it's a bit of a joke. Because what if it was a matter of driving over a junction and we're going like 60 miles per hour and then at the last second it then changes to 25, for example. We're done. Absolutely done for. They want you to write paragraphs but only offer a small text box where you can't see all the... Oh, those ones. Horrible design. Horrible, horrible web design. But I'm not surprised considering who's behind it. I wonder how much money you should make from ads, because... Oh, bro, listen, my guy. If people are making like tens of... Okay, let's not go tens of thousands. Thousands. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. People are making thousands, not from videos that are making millions of views. I don't remember what the exact number was. I heard it recently, but didn't make note of it. But yeah, it's kind of mad. I don't know what it is that makes it look like we're going either downhill or uphill when we're doing neither. It's so weird. So I first wrote it in another app and copied it over. Yeah, very good idea. Boy, could I have used that in my lifetime. What is the bottom red signal for? A possible junction? These cement works that we're approaching. Or gas. Oro Grande. Is this Oro Grande? Yeah, cement. Cool. These annotations are actually very handy. They're a great tool as well if you do want to learn how to drive HUDless. They're a great tool for it. Creator of the mod did not reply. Don't think he will. Oh man. Easily pleased. Easily pleased. It's ridiculous, honestly. It's like there's no way you can give constructive criticism. Oh no. Oh no. You're not allowed to do that. Oh, I'm telling. I don't know, man. I think I don't know. I need to find a way to like delve into the code of that mod and find that specific announcement and delete it. There's no other solution. Is that prototypical? Because I know on some journeys it does behave that way. But usually on the more regional express type of routes. Only after departing major stops. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty valid as well. I guess every operator and how they do it. It's the easy way, Dan. It's the easy way to do this. There's a lot of scenery that's actually missing, I've noticed. In other times I've played this route. And, you know, with all due respect to the guys behind the work, if we just look at patterns from other routes, the general sort of way of doing things is the easiest way to do it. And that usually results in, yeah, sloppy work and inaccurate work. On some routes of DB, there won't be any welcome announcement. On some, only for major stops, and only for major stops, there'll be an announcement for connecting services. It depends. Yeah, that's it. It depends ultimately. Yeah. So for example, will not welcome you from that, but will announce for example connecting services and major stops. How? Oh my God! How cool would it be to have those differences, man? Also, it will play the next stop announcement and also another announcement stop. Announcement stop. A local train only announces the next stop, but also when stops it announces stop again. Proves to be able to welcome to you. Yeah, so I guess what we're getting from here is that there is just so much variety. But I think when you're using AI, the power's in your hands, and it doesn't even have to be like super complicated in terms of. Actually, no. I wouldn't say in terms of the voice, but I would like effort to be put into like getting the real voice, you know. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to TSW, I can't really blame TSW players too much, man. We've been through too much. We've been through too much. I hate sparkling water, right? But if I've been walking in a desert and I'm just panting and panting away, and you offer me sparkling water, I'm not gonna complain that it's not still. You know what I'm saying? Flavored sparkling water is okay, yes, because that's basically a type of juice at that point. But just sparkling water alone, that's a problem, man. Oh no, I can tell, Nabil. It's a special kind of autism, but we love it. It fits. It fits our train simming agenda. I think we've all got special flavors of autism then. Autist and proud. It's actually quite scary when I pay mind to the videos where people will just talk about it and, you know, describe certain symptoms and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. After the game is working, two people say, "Oh, we smell great." That's an elite compliment. And you even have any today, huh? You've caused the placebo. It started developing in 2022 when I started using the bus regularly. I'm only really super bothered about announcements if they're like announcements that I know myself Like even if the OBB ones weren't accurate, I would have still been okay. But it's the fact that they're as bad as they are. That's the problem. I found the software used for them and somehow developed an interest. Ah, interesting. So did you start trying to replicate then the ones that you knew? Jesus Christ. What, from what you created? Or like you just found like a database of them? Creating a friend ask for them. You wouldn't get in trouble for sharing something like that, would you? For personal use, fair enough. €500. I honestly would have thought it would have been more, considering how important it is. That's the wrong bloody button. That's definitely a company that does not know the value, man. Well, you know what? Good for everyone that's made use of it. That's a bargain. I wonder then if it's bought, let's say a modder buys it, could they then use it to make announcements for all the German routes that we have in the game? I honestly wonder because I really think, say like a model was to come out and say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is what I need to use, and this is how much it costs. Could you like could you guys donate and help me be able to afford the software? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Fair enough. I thought it was like a generic, like software that you could make announcements for both trucks and sorry trucks for both buses and trains. Those for DB are not publicly accessible. Fair enough. Really not AI. Okay. Okay. Right. You know what? I wonder how much he gets paid for that. I'm thinking quite nicely for the job. I think it was one in someone in the UK that was doing that, and yeah, they were paid nice. They were paid nicely. Ew. Yeah, and his job is very valuable and very important, which also gives him negotiating power. I just realized I still have the Moser thing up. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be fair. But I'll save that for the ATS streams. That wasn't meant to happen. He started using the AI. He started using AI for the English announcements now. It's not very bad. Because their woman spoke them. Maybe her contract ended. They couldn't keep her around. Yeah, I know you were talking about DB. I would have thought so. Six miles to go. We're moving at some decent speed, which I'm very happy about. The only thing that annoys me about freight is the slow driving. If we can have our freight moving any speed above 50, I'm happy. So it's probably a good thing I've never played through Cane Creek. Although the upcoming one by High Iron is going to be interesting. Which sounded very clear and understandable. Well, you would hope so. Can't have thousands of passengers a day saying, hey, you know, we don't know what the hell's going on. Can't understand his voice. Lucky they ain't got me doing them. Well, if it's not DB and it's like a smaller company, then maybe it's just a budget issue. Maybe they could only afford, you know, like the CEO's son or daughter to do it. Hopefully Card is still streaming by the time we finish. We can give him a little raid. Not even the employees. It may legit be what I said then. And they're trying to keep it a secret. They're not telling anyone. Sounds like some Moroccan conspiracy, to be honest. Oh, interesting. Maybe he's got an exclusive contract now. And before he did it, he didn't. DB saw how valuable he was and said, yeah, we're not giving him away. It's all speculation, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a voice you get so used to. Probably feel like you knew him personally. What are you talking about? This got to do with third rails. Yes, it does. I was getting similar errors when I was trying to play Train Sim Classic with it. And Cardo was getting some interesting errors as well. I mean, that's the cheap option. I don't know if DB are the type of company to try and keep some, you know, flavor in their company. But if they want to just follow the cheap way of doing things, then yeah, probably, man. I mean, realistically, that's where we're headed as a future, as as humanity towards the future. Anything that can be AI'd, it will be AI'd. Yeah, interesting is one way to put it, for sure. Interesting is one way to put it. There is that little bit of anxiety I feel, but I think ultimately that could be said for as long as technology has been as we've known it. Like, it's advanced quicker than anything we've ever seen before. But we've been okay. We always end up being okay. Well, it's debatable, but for the most part, we end up being okay. So I hope there's nothing really to fear. But time will tell, ultimately. I mean, look, as technology advances, there will be those that will do bad things with it and use it for bads, and those that will use it for good. And knowing governments and a lot of corporations, they will want to use it for bad. But as it advances for the use of that, it also advances for the use of good. So I think the battle between bad and good will just continue, as it always has. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much, man. The battle is the beginning of time. And there we go. Decent. Decent. Let's give Cardo a raid. I feel like if I don't move quick enough, he's gonna end up raiding me. Cardo's one person, you know. I never need to check whether he's got his chat on followers only or not. He's a good fella. Metro Rivals coming this year. Let's go. Let's go. Go and bless Carter. He's been working hard. He's as always coming with quality content. Say hello to him from me. I'm gonna go off and have my dinner. I wish you guys a lovely rest of your day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Request the Route stream. And then a very exciting ATS stream. I can't wait for that one as well. Tomorrow's good. Tomorrow's looking very good. So until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until next time, peace out.